We got more shit. We getting money on it. But W's uniform. Back with a part 2 to the Julio Foolio situation. This the whole walk down murder scene situation. We're gonna see what happens.
You can see the shooters are getting.
Them boys creeping late night. Yeah, the ARP. They got some big shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now, nearly a month after the rapper's sudden death, authorities are announcing multiple arrests in the case. On June 23rd of the...
But I ain't gonna lie, on Instagram, they saying he's still alive, bro. If he's still alive, Grim Reaper. I ain't gonna lie. Voodoo real.
This year, rapper Charles Jones II, better known by his stage name Foolio, was celebrating his birthday at a hotel in Tampa, Florida.
Get out that Don Julio,
Foolio. Parking lot and gunned down. The shocking crime was captured on the hotel's surveillance video. In the first few seconds of the clip, a dark-colored vehicle is seen outside the hotel's entrance. But within seconds, 2 individuals are seen running with dark-colored...
Yeah, they had to have the drop on, bro. Like, either somebody Instagrammed it, or somebody was in the area that they knew, or they followed that car from wherever, or they put a tracker on that shit.
Mask on.
It's not that much options on what happened.
Firearms in their hands. Then another individual appears on camera, also with the firearm coming from another direction. Shortly after, bullets are seen flying as one of the gunmen is seen on surveillance video firing off multiple rounds into the vehicle.
That's some big shit. Like, it's not no little shit.
With Jones inside, riding in the passenger seat. The Jacksonville rapper was pronounced dead and 3 others were injured in the shooting. But within a month, authorities would get their break in the case and quickly track down their suspects.
A little more than
I only saw those 3 people get arrested. I don't know who these other 2 people is. There's 5 people just to take down one nigga is crazy.
A group of individuals with the goal of premeditated murder traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa to commit a heinous crime in our city. I said at that time that we would make arrests and get justice in this case for all the victims, including the mother of Charles Jones, who traveled from Jacksonville this morning to be present for this announcement.
And they definitely tapped on phones, because how they knew when they did it, how they did it, and just in 1 month, like, y'all ain't really playing that right, fool. Y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Today I stand before Tampa Police Major Pat Messmer, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters, and Hillsborough State Attorney Susie Lopez to announce the arrest of 3 people in the deadly shooting of Charles Jones, also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio. In addition, we have warrants and are actively searching for 2 other individuals in this case.
During a press conference on July 29th, a little...
Yeah, this is the video I reacted to before. These 3 right here. They caught them soaking in the rain, made them come out their houses. Real search warrants for these niggas.
More than a month after the deadly shooting, officials announced the arrest of 3 people.
FBI type shit brought to their house.
Chance Jr., 21-year-old Alicia Andrews, and 18-year-old Sean Gathright. At the time, authorities were still looking for the 2 other suspects, Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy. But officials were clear all 5 played a role in the rapper's death.
But how they know about these other 2 people, fool? That's crazy.
These individuals took extreme measures to try to cover their actions, but they were no match for our investigators. Isaiah Chance, Elisa Andrews, Sean Gathright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death and are all charged with 1 count of murder in the 1st degree, premeditated with the discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of conspiracy of murder in the 1st degree, premeditated with the discharge of a firearm. Chance, Andrews, and Gathright were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville. Davion Murphy and Rashard Murphy are still fugitives of justice, and we are working closely with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the U.S.
I ain't gonna lie, them niggas definitely probably fled out the country by now. Y'all know Florida right there next to that water. All they get is that boat and they out of that twin. Gonna have to go make a living somewhere else.
Marshals to apprehend them.
According to Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhoff, the group followed Foolio after his location for his birthday celebration was posted on social media for his 1 million followers to see. And the shop.
That's when niggas go wrong, bro. You know you got ops. You know you famous. You know you lit in the city. I would even throw a party, bro. Who still throws parties, bro? Like, I ain't throw a party in mad long. And I don't think I ever plan on throwing no party unless it's like a secret group, like a party, like a closed-in party. Not some post on the Instagram publicly. Like, that rappers be a little bit slow in the head, fool.
Shocking surveillance video would prove critical in the case.
Jones was in town celebrating.
I think that gray card I just
and
spent
posted on his social media his locations several times throughout that night. Surveillance video was critical in this investigation, as suspects were seen on video following Jones from location to location. This shows the lengths that these individuals were willing to go
just to kill, bro.
And achieve that this murder would occur.
He probably was following bro all night. Like, they waited to the right time to creep up on that ass, and they clipped him.
4:15 in the morning, Jones began to head to a hotel on McKinley. One of the suspect vehicles is seen following the victim. However, instead of following them into a parking lot, they stage across the street. At 4:38, 3 shooters exit a vehicle and walked in the direction of the hotel. They murdered Jones with a handgun and 2 rifles. This barrage of gunfire also struck 3 additional victims who miraculously survived this incident.
Many questions lingered as to why the Jacksonville rapper was brutally murdered, but Chief Burkall said Foolio was targeted during an ongoing gang feud.
The investigation would later reveal that the 3 armed shooters were Sean Gaithright, Rashard Murphy, and Davion Murphy. Detectives used footage from the scene, license plate readers, and phone logs to identify 2 vehicles and link them back to the suspects. Furthermore,
so that means they was calling each other how the whole situation was going on. Like, why act like, yo, come pull up right here, burn the phone, license plate tracker, what kind of car y'all was in? If it wasn't a stolen, y'all just stupid. Or at least change the license plate. Like, what's going on?
It was found that the shooters are members of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones that go by ATK and 1200. Jones was part of the 6th Block gang. Detectives believe that the ATK and the 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud in Jacksonville. I want to send a clear message to anyone that the city of Tampa is not where you want to come to settle a dispute. You will be charged, you will be arrested, and you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent possible. Furthermore, if you're a gang member, there's no alleged immunity through a cone of silence, as our detectives will find evidence needed to make an arrest.
Wait, so y'all getting AT from Florida too? ATK? Drop down in the comment section.
In this case. Then, you will be prosecuted by our tenacious state attorney, Susie Lopez.
Then a day after the press conference, another break in the case. With only one of the alleged gunmen behind bars, warrants were still out for Rashard and Davion Murphy, the 2 other alleged gunmen. But overnight, authorities apprehended Rashard Murphy at an apartment complex in Jacksonville. According to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, negotiators spent hours attempting to get Murphy out before additional units, including SWAT, used their own tactics to force him out before he was arrested. Now with...
Damn, they busting his shit, fool. Why would you even stay at home though, if you know you already seen the news that your partner's got shit, they arrested already? I would have been on a run somewhere far.
Authorities are still on the lookout for the remaining suspect and other alleged triggerman, Davion Murphy.
It was a celebration for him, and unfortunately, some people allegedly took that opportunity to go up to Tampa and take his life.
Attorney Avi Patterson explains the shocking crime was an organized hit. And once the 5 suspects tracked Julio down through social media, they were easily able to carry out the brazen crime.
So they can't
I don't know that
so they can't be posting on social media every day, folks. Posting every move. Oh, I'm here, I'm there. No, post that shit later when you leave. Like, after 2-3 hours later when you leave that shit. Like, Unless you out the country or something, for forget about it, bro. Shit wicked out here. If you getting money, you got motion, you got something going for yourself, and you black. Matter of fact, it don't matter what color you in. You got something going for yourself, you got motion. Anything, niggas, they trying to take that. They want that chain, watch, jewelry, cars, clothes, money. They want that for it. Real grimy, slimy niggas out here that want that. Any state.
Level of sophistication. I think, nowadays everybody uses social media. If you're somebody who wants to track down, your ex, or if you want to know what's going on with your current partner, you're going to use social media. I don't think that, requires a ton of sophistication. I don't know that, maybe you can use that argument and tie it to the argument that it's gang related, a level of organization. But yeah, I don't know that I would call it sophistication, but I definitely believe that he had a target on his head.
The 5 suspects were also identifiable as the murder was captured in clear surveillance footage.
Look in this situation, we have, I think there's like at least an 18-year-old, there's maybe a 21-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 27-year-old. So I look at the younger people and I look at, their experiences with law and crime, if you will, their experiences with actions and consequences. And I also take a look at, what is their outlook on life? What do they have to live for and what do they have to lose? And a lot of times, we know, when you're in middle school, when you're in high school, kids do things and, they don't always look at the long-term effects of it. They don't understand what someone has to lose. So I look at it as, there's such brazenness because they haven't really been exposed to consequences and they really don't understand everything that's at stake.
During Monday's press conference, Hillsborough County District Attorney Susie Lopez said even though Isaiah Chance Jr. and Alicia Andrews didn't pull the trigger, all 5 now face the rest of their life in prison.
Just for being on the side of them. Oh my. I would cry, bro. I would kill myself in there, bro. Imagine you just riding with them, or you did a little text, or just a little, yeah, he here, or just a little, you did a little something in the play. But now you threw your whole life away forever in prison just because you wanted to be a part of it. Like, that don't make no sense at all. And she look young. These two right here, the two light skinned, the boy and the girl, they look mad young, bro.
Ongoing fight between these 2 groups spilled over into Tampa last month. Let me be clear. The feud stops here.
Ain't nobody listen to you, Mom.
These defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger. In Florida, if you participate in the planning of a murder, you can be held accountable for the person's death. And that is what we intend to.
You could see in her face, she knew she was going there for life. Like, oh my goodness, man.
To do here. There were 3 people who pulled the trigger. You saw it on the video. 5 people, though, are charged with murder. The level of planning and coordination between these 5 defendants was truly alarming. It is clear that they all had one purpose in coming to Tampa, and that was to kill. And let's not lose sight of the fact that there are innocent victims in every homicide case, the loved ones who are left behind. His fans knew him as Julio Foolio, but to his mom, he's Charles. We're fighting to make sure that she gets justice. I was able to speak with her this morning before she got to Tampa, and she's in Tampa with us today.
Ain't nobody listen to this girl.
I wanted to let her know that my office takes gun violence very seriously. And I let her know that these 5 defendants will be held accountable for their calculated actions. The defendants are in custody, 3 of them in Jacksonville, and will be moved here to appear in court. My office will file a motion for pretrial detention to ensure that these dangerous individuals are held behind bars as they await trial, where they belong.
Patterson
I just realized they saying they going to jail for life, but they ain't even go to trial yet, so she could be trying too.
explains the group's pretrial detention, meaning all are not very likely to have bond or bail in their cases, isn't surprising, given the seriousness of their charges.
You know, so many things go into consideration for a bond. So, you know, I want to look at just the crime, the events, the circumstances that allegedly happened around the crime, but I also want to take into account, you know, their age, their criminal
Stop flashing that money. Well, that wasn't even about the money. It was just about him really being in the streets and gang banging. Like, you jacking that, like, you on that. So you must be on that. So you really gotta be on that when you see niggas, feel me? When you see your op, you gotta be on that. Like, that's what come with this gang shit and being in the street, bro. Like, that's just so stupid to me, bro. That's why I never joined the gang.
History.
And if you wanna know why I never joined the gang, check out my podcast, Father Like Son. I explained it way more.
Their reputation and standing in the community. There are just so many factors that go into it. But, you know, just given what's been alleged, I don't disagree with the state's position that they shouldn't have a bond.
And here's what else we've learned about the 5 suspects. According to Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhoff, the suspects include members of the gang ATK, also known as Ace's Top Killers, and 1200, which have been in a decade-long feud with Foolio's gang 6 Block. ATK is affiliated with another Jacksonville rapper, Young and Ace, who was mentioned during the press conference. However, Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters says he's not being investigated at this time.
So Young and Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently...
It's crazy how they try to put bro in the middle of it and he wasn't even there. Y'all see how they do this shit? Cause he ATK and he jacking that shit? That's what I'm talking about, fool. You can't do shit like that.
Monitoring those groups. We have people that are always watching them. I won't speak to the chief's investigation. That's up to TPD. We don't have an investigation on him right now, but he can't move around in Jacksonville without us knowing about it. And that's for the betterment of our community.
According to Tampa PD, 21-year-old Alicia Andrews assisted Isaiah Chance Jr. in...
21? I would have gave up, bro. What the fuck? I'm crying. I'm on holler, bro. I gotta make it to it. I could have really stopped in a moment of videos like this, because when people mention certain ages, like, I'm in my 20s, gang. Imagine just no more life. Like, you can't have fun. You can't go on trip. You can't get the money. You can't be broke. You can't do none of that. You can't do either or. You just gotta be in jail with nothing. Nothing at all.
Tracking and following Julio and his entourage to 2 separate locations on the night of the shooting. Officers arrested her on July 27th along with Chance, and the 2 are now charged with premeditated first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit premeditated first-degree murder with a firearm. Officials confirmed Chance is a documented ATK member. Although Chance was not one of the shooters, on the night of the murder, investigators say Chance was in one of the suspects' vehicles and helped Andrews in tracking Julio's movements throughout the night. Police say at each location, Andrews and Chance got out of their vehicle and Chance used a cell phone to contact the other suspects. After he used the phone, a second suspect's vehicle arrived at each location, then both vehicles ultimately followed Foolio to the hotel. 18-year-old Sean Gathright, who authorities confirmed was one of the 3 shooters, was arrested at a Jacksonville shopping center. But according to First Coast News, officials did not say whether Gathright was affiliated with the Jacksonville gang. Gathright is charged with premeditated murder with a firearm, 3 counts of first-degree attempted premeditated murder with a firearm, and tampering with physical evidence. As for the other 2 shooters, Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy, they face the same charges as Gathright, and officials confirm both are members of the 1200 gang. Right now, it's still too early to tell if the case will go to trial, as 4 of the 5 suspects await transport to Tampa to face their charges, and all have not entered a plea just yet. Police say Davion Murphy is still wanted by authorities, and a warrant is out for his arrest. He faces charges of first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Online record.
How they charge him with 3 different accounts? Oh, it was 4 bodies in the car, but 3 got hit, 1 died. Oh my goodness. First of the 3 shooters, they going to jail for life for sure. Cause they hit innocent people, then they killed Julio. You know, once you kill one person, y'all all shoot, and they put that shit on all 3 y'all. Other 2 people, they going to jail for life just cause it's premeditated and they was there. That's why you can't be out here doing shit like this. You really gotta live right, bro. Live righteousness, do the right thing, bro. Now you wanna throw your life away, or you wanna be able to get money, have fun, and do whatever you want, bro. Smoke a lot of weed or something, bro. Don't be in the streets, bro. This shit is not it, bro. Streets is watered down, gang. Like, niggas is snitching. He's going to jail for life. Guns. You gotta watch over your shoulder. Pop. Yo, I ain't gonna keep going because, like, I've been around this shit before. I know what be going on. So I don't be trying to hang out around that shit, bro. Feel me? I be on a whole different type of time. Y'all see what time I'm on. I'm on this time. on YouTube, get money. I'm living right, fool. Get your money right. Credit. Get a car, get your girl, get your crib. Feel me? Travel. Start businesses. Start a family. Like shit like that. Like I'm on shit like that, man. I ain't have fun with the family. Take trips with my family still while I'm young. I'm trying to live, bro. Like niggas ain't living right out here, bro. Check out my podcast. You wanna hear some real shit? We got Come to Reality. We got Like Father, Like Son. You're gonna hear some shit y'all gonna like. I promise y'all. If y'all like what I just said, what I named before, if y'all like shit like that, come tune into the podcast, bro. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you made it this far in the video, bro. It's your boy WGM Quan. We got motion. We get money. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. We out.